And we're back here on Liquid Lunch. We got Sue Ricketts here joining us at the table here. Sue from ShelterBox.
Yes.
Did you come in all the way from Guelph today?
Yes, I did, just for your company.
Oh, that's fantastic. But you're lucky to live in Guelph, which is such a fine city.
You bet.
Right?
You bet. We're always happy in Guelph.
In Guelph?
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's a fine city. So tell us about ShelterBox.
ShelterBox is a Rotary International sponsored project. It's a box full of relief if you're involved in a natural disaster or a man-made one. It contains a tent, able to sleep 8 to 10 people.
So this is all in the box?
Yes.
It's an actual box?
It's an actual physical box. Unfortunately, I did bring a graphic, but it's not working today. On the back of my business card, you can see a sort of example of the box. There's everything you need there to cook. There's a stove, comes with it, water purification tablets, bedding, everything needed, rain gear, even a set of tools to begin rebuilding and replacing what you need. It's just amazing. And we have responded to 140 disasters in the last 10 years. Last year alone, Canada was asked for 24 locations around the world to send boxes.
How many boxes have you sent?
In total, I'm not sure, but I believe we have sent more than 6,000 boxes around the world. Which is
what was the biggest delivery?
The biggest delivery so far has been to Haiti, where we set up 2 complete camps. Those camps are still functioning today, by the way, with the original tents. They're very well made. Our 2 camps in Haiti, no one has gotten sick yet. No, we work with NGOs who take care of the sanitary engineering and the other parts that we don't do.
What does NGO stand for the?
It's a non-governmental organization.
Non-governmental organization.
And there are many of them who work primarily in shelter relief. What I'm asking for today is we have been asked for 360 boxes. Each box, by the way, costs $1,000. And they're all from donations. We've been asked for 360 boxes for Kenya and Ethiopia for East African relief. In Dadaab in Kenya, they built a camp sometime back for 90,000 refugees. At the beginning of July this year, there were more than 400,000 people there. And there are about 1,500 a day
So
arrive.
how do you, like, even, you're only going to send out maybe a couple hundred boxes. How do you
our
think
three
that you're having an impact?
Well,
I mean, I guess every box is...
Sure, every box is important. What we're doing is we're partnering with Save the Children and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And so any family who guarantees they will take in orphans or unattached minors are being given a shelter box. Yeah. And that's, how do you decide who needs more than anyone else? Yeah. It's an incredibly difficult thing. I think we have some shots which you can put up on that show the tents themselves. They are in Ethiopia.
There we go.
Yeah.
Those are nice tents. You could live in a tent like that, as long as it wasn't snowing.
Actually, they've been used in the hills in Afghanistan, and they are thermal. They have about an inch wide space all around, so that it's not very cold and it's not very hot. Amazing construction. We have a little university where they tell us about what's in the box and how they're made and why they're made that way. Just amazing stuff. As I say, there's another little graphic showing people our team, our first response team here from Canada, delivering some boxes.
Was that one of the boxes there?
Yep.
That's how big they are.
That's how big they are. They have been taken up the Amazon in canoes. They've been, trekked by donkey up into the mountains in Kashmir. They have been sent to Japan, of course, the last year when they had their earthquake and were in need, not because Japan needed to have tents per se, but Japan, they had people in arenas, thousands of people, with no privacy at all.
Yeah.
And just having the tents themselves was an amazing gift.
Did they set up the tents in the arena?
Yes, they did. Yes, and so it just made a huge difference to people's dignity.
So where did this whole idea come from, the ShelterBox? It's with Rotary?
Yes, it's a Rotary-sponsored project.
You got the Rotary thing
Yeah,
on there? Okay.
our Rotary wheel is present. And we have, as you know, Polio Plus has for the last 25 years worked at eradicating polio around the world as a Rotary project. And we're hoping, ShelterBox, that this will be the next project they will take on. When you donate through Rotary, all Rotary clubs are self-supporting through dues. And so every penny of money raised goes to the charity. So there's nothing kept back. And that's what we'd love to see the listeners do today. That can be, you can donate by going to the Rotary Club of Guelph website. If you just type that in Google, it'll come up. And there's a form on there for you to fill in. You can mail us a check, send us by Visa or credit card, and you will be, I saw that, and you will be...
We'll be having a meeting after the show with our staff.
And you'll be able to contribute. If you contribute $20, you'll receive a tracking number, and you can follow your box wherever it goes in the world. So you'll know where it was delivered, which is kind of neat. And the nice part of it is we can double whatever you're able to put in by, if it's done before September the 15th, the Canadian government will match.
Really?
Yes.
So that's great. So you give $20 at least, and
the government will
kick in
put
another
20. Yeah. Now the government's money won't come through ShelterBox directly, but it will go to, you know, after care. We provide the immediate disaster relief.
Right.
They'll provide the rebuilding and all the other things that are necessary after survival.
So who came up with this idea? Is it
That
a uniquely,
was going to be my question.
Is it a uniquely Canadian thing? And
Actually, unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Head office for ShelterBox is in Plymouth, England. It's an amazing organization. They've taken an incredible amount of time to figure out what should be in the box. They vary a little bit, you know, depending on what the local fuel would be for the stove, depending on whether you need more mosquito netting or more blankets.
Yeah.
You know, but they started it. It has been going now for a good decade. It is has provided a huge amount of relief. And by the way, those boxes are given to the people who need them by us, and it's theirs to do with whatever they want.
That's
It's
super.
not sold, and it's not, you know, it's not a government organization.
Where are the boxes put together, and where are they stored before?
Ours are stored in Vancouver.
Okay, are they put together there as well?
Yes.
Assembled there?
Yep.
They're stored in Vancouver, and then they are shipped out from Vancouver to any place in the world?
To wherever they're needed. Yep. And I mean, there are other depots in other countries around the world, so that depending where a disaster occurs, they're there as quickly as possible.
And how did they get there?
We rely on some of our really great partners, FedEx, and the major shippers and airlines throughout the world. They will put our boxes in. The only problem is they put them in with paying customers, so we can't usually ship, you know, 500 boxes in one load. However, they arrive very quickly. Normally, we have boxes on site within 2 to 3 weeks, so of need. You know, so that's pretty important. We try to do it even faster than that, and it's just logistics that would slow us down a little.
You know, it sounds like it's a really well-designed, specific strategy to deal with these circumstances that it just seems there's always something new, and now we have the problem in East Africa.
Yes.
So what's the immediate goal for you guys? Is it to raise money to send more boxes to East Africa?
Okay, I have decided my personal challenge is I want to raise 10% of those 360 boxes needed. So 36 boxes from southwestern Ontario.
Okay.
I would love to
And
see
that's
that.
$1,000 per
$1,000.
box.
$1,000 per box. My local Rotary Club has been incredibly generous, and we now have almost 6 boxes bought ourselves.
So it's
Yeah.
$3,600, $1,000, and you need 3,600. Is that
Well,
right?
the 3,600 is the
10%?
request.
Right.
Yeah, so I want to raise 36 boxes.
So that's
$36,000, yeah.
So what's the best way for people to help you to do
Okay,
that?
the best way is simply to go to our website. Again, that's Rotary Club of Guelph, all one word, .com, and you'll find a place which says ShelterBox Canada donation form. And just click on that. You can fill it out, and it'll have the address, the mailing address to send it to.
Yeah.
And if we can get them before September the 15th, we'll
double
be
your
fine.
money.
It'll double your money,
So
and
that's the main thing. Do it before September 15th, and it costs
absolutely.
twice.
Yes,
That's fantastic. So, RotaryClubOfGuelph.com,
yes,
and then they'll see the ShelterBox
Yes.
contribution.
yes, and they'll find the address and everything there, and also the how to get it, how to use your tracking number, which is kind of that's the best part is knowing where your money went.
Yeah,
It's like getting a letter from Bobby in
absolutely.
in Zimbabwe to find out if your
Yes.
your sandwich got there.
Where did it really go?
Yeah.
So many things you give to, and you never ever find out whether it
Right.
paid someone's salary or it actually got to a
Right.
human being.
Yeah.
This way, you can't find out for sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sue, thanks for coming all the way from Guelph and doing this today.
No problem, and thank you so much for having me on.
Enjoy your
Okay.
drive back.
I will. It's nice out there.
It's nice to get out of Toronto, isn't it?
Didn't say that. That was bad.
Okay, Sue, thanks a lot. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, come back with, I'm not sure who next, but Liquid Lunch will continue. We'll be right back.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Oh, we be friends. Why can't we be friends? Oh, why can't we be friends? Hey, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?